Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emilia McCore and I'm coming here today just to first off to start uploading videos and to talk to everyone about adoption. Our family is in the process right now of adopting a child from Africa, Cameroon, where I'm from. My husband is from Liberia, West Africa. So when we decided that we were going to be a little bit of background, when we decided that we were going to be married, my husband and I decided that we were going to adopt. But as everyone knows, life happens. We got married in 2006 and we kind of had our first child in 2007. Life happened. We had a second child 2010, and then we had our last natural born child in 2018. The thought of adoption had always been in our minds throughout the years until we had our last baby, who, as God will have it, they were all boys. So the thought of adoption, the discussion of adoption came into our family once more. We then decided that this would be a good thing to have, a good thing to do would be to have our family blessed by a child, and then have the child being blessed back from being with us, right? Adopting a child to our family is a blessing as well to them as well as to us. Our discussion about adoption started really in 2020, right after the pandemic, where we had discussed when we got married, we discussed adoption from Indonesia. We were thinking of adopting sex trafficked children. Yes, adopting sex trafficked children was our original thought. But as time went on and I did a lot of research, we realized that there's a lot of children and orphans in Africa that never get adopted, that 1/3 of orphans in the world are actually from African countries. So we decided, my husband and I, that of course we're African by origin, Cameroon and Liberia, we should definitely look into adopting from one of our countries. So we chose Cameroon, where we're going to adopt from. Our next thing was to jump onto YouTube and to look at other people's journey, other people's adoption journey. Like, what have other people gone through? What have they gone through? What's their journey like? We started our process in 2021, 2022, and we didn't know anything. We just jumped into it and identified a child that we wanted to adopt, and we went ahead and adopted in Cameroon before we started thinking, okay, what do we do? We've adopted this child, what do we do? That's when I started actually doing research on what I needed to do to get my child here, because adoptions in Cameroon are irreversible. Once you adopt a child, you can't reverse it. Right now we're in the throes of adoption. We have an adoption agency that we're working with. But I want to say this before we go further. I was able to find a channel online on YouTube called "And the Adventure Continues." They are adopting a child from Taiwan, and I literally have been on her videos, cried with her, even though she's not crying, but I've cried on some videos because I understand the emotional toll that adoption can take. There's not a lot of Black families that are adopting from Africa on YouTube that are sharing their story, and I'm hoping that us sharing our stories, we're not professional YouTubers, we're not influencers. I just believe that maybe one day someone watching this video will be very encouraged by this video and to go ahead and adopt from Africa or from the United States. there's a lot of children that need a home. We have 3 biological children and we're adopting 1, and my husband and I are certainly discussing adopting more. And the adoption continues, and the adventure continues is actually a channel on YouTube where you can go if you are following through with a Taiwanese adoption or adopting Taiwanese children. That's a great resource. They are a great resource. They are on Instagram and YouTube. Please follow them. We follow them, and they have blessed our family very much. And if you guys are watching, or if you would ever come to watch this video, please know that you inspired us tremendously. We are adopting from Cameroon. Cameroon is a non-Hague country, and that's one of the reasons why we thought the video from the channel from the Adventure Continues was very helpful to us, because Taiwan is a non-Hague Convention country. So the adoption process is not really exactly the same, but it's similar to Cameroon. So we started by adopting our child in Cameroon in 2021. 2022, the adoption was finalized, and we there went ahead and found an adoption agency service provider that's not based in our state that we live in. From the advice of the adoption service provider, they advised us to find a home study, an adoption agency that can provide a home study for us. We had no idea what a home study was. We found out what a home study is. It's basically them going through your life to find out if you are fit for adoption. We have 3 children already. They are thorough. They go through your finances. They go through everything. They come and visit your home. They look through everything to make sure that you're able to bring a child in and take care of the child, and the child would not be a ward of the states that you're living in. So our home study took a long time, a very long time, because we were also going through some stuff as a family, and it always just took a back burner because the requirements are very stringent and very harsh. But we were able to make it through, and our home study was finalized in May of this year. After the home study was finalized, we finally went through, put in our I-600A application, and we sent it in at the end of July. We just got our permission to go and do our FBI fingerprinting, and that was exciting. And I'm going to be uploading that video because my husband and I did go through. We had to call off from work. The letter pretty much comes and says, you have this day. You know, the letter comes from the USCIS, and it just says, you have this day and we want you guys to go and fingerprint. So, I mean, you can reschedule, but I'm just like, this process has been so drawn out for us that I'm just like, I don't want to reschedule anything. I don't even want to call them and reschedule anything because I don't want anything to be on hold. We're hoping that sometime, maybe by next year, the same time, our daughter will be here. It's a little girl that we're adopting from Cameroon. So we're in the process of just now waiting to see what happens after our fingerprinting. From listening to the YouTube videos and the adventure continues, it was pretty much like 3 to 4 weeks after their fingerprinting that they got their approval. So I will definitely be back on the channel to let you guys know if we got our approval or not. Please stay tuned. My channel is a hodgepodge of different things that our family does. We travel a lot. I should have actually made some videos of us traveling. We travel with our kids all over the world. My husband and I travel all over the world all the time. It's hard to video and to make content, but this is very amateur. I just put my phone and I'm just talking to it. But my 13-year-old son is very, very good at making videos and putting on YouTube, so he's going to be helping me out with that. Thank you so much for watching. I do have many other videos that are here. We do a lot of different things. We also have a party rental business. I'm also a nurse anesthetist by profession. So yeah, watch our videos and subscribe to the channel. Yes, please subscribe to our channel just to keep track of our adoption and how things do turn out for our family, and keep us prayed up, and you stay prayed up.